What if I told you that 10 minutes a day, that's it, just 10 minutes, could completely change your life? Not hustle, not grind, not a 75-day challenge, just 10 focused minutes. That's it. Welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a show for driven people who want more out of life, but keep getting in their own way. I'm Sanj, your mindset and habit coach, to help you become the person you want to be. This isn't motivational fluff, and this is where we get real about what's holding you back, and I give you the mindset tools and tactical routines to help you break through it. So if you're ready to stop self-sabotaging and start showing up like the person you were born to be and unlock your full potential, you're in the right place. So James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, said that every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Now ask yourself, what kind of person are you voting for? Do you keep telling yourself that you'll start tomorrow? That you'll hit the gym when life calms down and you have more time? You'll get consistent maybe when your schedule clears up, where you don't have as many complications and so many commitments with work, your personal life, your social life and all that. But that day never comes, does it? You don't need more time. You need a strategy that works inside the life that you already have. So in this episode, I'm going to try giving you the one rule that's rebuilt the confidence, momentum, and discipline of so many guys. And this is a 10-minute rule, because 10 minutes a day may be the exact reset that you've been looking for, the things that's been holding you back. So listen and let me know how much you get out of this. And at the end of it, if you like this, if you get something out of it, drop me a message on Instagram at just.live.coaching and let me know what your biggest takeaways were. So let's be honest, you've read the personal development books, you've watched the YouTube videos, the TikTok videos, the Instagram reels. You know what you should be doing, but why are you still stuck? And here's a real reason. You think change only counts if it's big change. If it doesn't burn, it doesn't work. If it's not an hour, it's not worth it. This is an all or nothing mindset, and this is a thing that is destroying your momentum. This all or nothing mindset. Every time you try and overhaul your life, what happens is it becomes a battle of willpower. It becomes you versus the old you. But what you don't realize is the old you has had a lot more practice. You white knuckle it for a few days. You start going at it 100%, and then all of a sudden life hits, work stress, kids get sick, something goes sideways, and you miss a day, then another, and before you know it, it's over. But it's not your habits that failed, it's your approach to the habits. You've been taught to chase the intensity over consistency, but that's not true. That's not what's going to get you there. The reason you are where you are is because in the real world, the people who win long term aren't the ones who sprint. They're the ones who show up daily, even if it's only for a few minutes. And that's what today's episode is about. That's what this 10-minute rule is about. It's easy to go hard for, say, a couple of weeks and then really do what you're so uncomfortable doing. It feels good. You feel motivated. You feel that momentum at first. Yeah, you're there. You're thinking, yeah, I'm going to gym 5 days a week. I'm hitting the gym for an hour and a half every time. But it's not sustainable. If you weren't able to do that before, say, New Year, where most people make their resolutions, if you didn't have the time to do that before, what makes you think you're going to consistently have that time after New Year? What makes you think that you're going to have all that time to do this? You have to be realistic. And this is where, after a couple of weeks, when you realize you don't have that time, you start to think, you know what, this isn't for me. You start to think, you know what, actually, I think I've overcommitted myself. And then you go back to not doing anything whatsoever. So if you want to, actually start staying consistent. This is what this 10-minute rule is about. This 10-minute rule, it's about you committing just 10 minutes of your day intentionally towards the identity that you're trying to build. That's it. And if you think about it, the reason it is 10 minutes is because 10 minutes, it's small enough to feel doable, even on your worst day. It's long enough, though, to build momentum. And it helps because it feels doable, and even when you don't want to do it, it actually lowers the resistance, which is a real enemy of consistency, because the resistance is what actually stops you from going to the gym day in, day out. Think of it like this: compound interest for your identity. Think of it like, yeah, you're compounding day in, day out. 10 minutes in the gym, 10 minutes reading, 10 minutes writing, 10 minutes meditating, 10 minutes learning a new skill or connecting deeply with your wife or kids. Imagine that. 10 minutes day in, day out. That 10 minutes is 1% of your day. We're roughly awake for 1,000 minutes a day. So committing 10 minutes of that to intentional improvement is only 1% of your day. But that adds up to 61 hours by the end of the year. 61 hours in the gym, reading, writing, meditating, practicing a new skill, or connecting with your wife and kids. What do you think that will do to it? It stacks. And more importantly, it casts a vote every day for who you are becoming, for the person you want to be. Because every day you're learning to show up, even for 10 minutes. And when you do that, what happens is you start to reinforce your new identity. You change best by feeling good, not by feeling bad. That was a quote by BJ Fogg, the author of Tiny Habits. And that 10 minutes gives you that win, because you're going to feel good after doing 10 minutes in the gym, 10 minutes reading, 10 minutes journaling, writing, 10 minutes meditating, and all this. When you do that 10 minutes, you're going to start to feel good about yourself. But also, when you start getting into it, when you start, say, reading for 10 minutes, you may get to a good bit of the book, or you may get to a bit that you really want to finish. That 10 minutes may turn into 15 or 20 minutes. Before you know it, that 61 hours could end up as 120 hours. 2% of your day gone, but imagine the results that you get. So here's the methodology for doing this 10-minute rule. First of all, ask yourself, what does a person you want to be do every single day that you're not doing now? Think about it. Do they read? Do they exercise? Do they meditate? Do they spend time with their family? Do they it could be a thing as no longer use social media or no longer read news on the internet. They read a book. Choose one action that moves you towards it, that moves you towards that person that you want to be. Step 2, set a 10-minute timer. Use your phone, use Alexa, use a sound timer. Just use any 10-minute timer. That's your only goal. No more, no less. 10 minutes. And do it no matter what. Is it a late night? Still do 10 minutes. If you're tired, do 10 minutes. If it's a busy day, do 10 minutes, even if you don't feel like it. It's not going to be easy at first, but you're going to find that actually the more you do it, the more comfortable it becomes. The more it is ingrained into your routine, and it becomes a habit. And then every time you do it, every single day, celebrate your win. Yeah, you're reinforcing the thought that I'm a person, I am someone who keeps their word. This is how you're going to rebuild your self-trust. This is how you're going to rebuild your self-confidence. This is how you're going to become the person you want to be. This is how you create unstoppable momentum. You start at 10 minutes. You can then increase it. When you're showing up for yourself day in, day out, that's what's going to make the difference. So, so the 4 steps: pick one identity aligned action. And this is important. It needs to be aligned with the person you want to become. Whether that's a gym, whether that's a runner, whether that's someone who's smart with money, someone who eats healthy, whatever it is, someone who exercises, someone who meal preps. Choose one action that person would do. Set your 10-minute timer and do it no matter what. And then finally celebrate your win. Give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah. When you've done it, you're going to feel good. And as the quote said, you change best by feeling good, not by feeling bad. Yeah. If something happens and life gets in the way, 10 minutes is not a lot in the day. You will always be able to find 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes you could take off your screen time. So what version of yourself are you ready to vote for every single day? What version of yourself do you want to become? So pick that habit, set that timer, do it for 10 minutes every day this week, no exceptions. Post about it, share it, tag me at just.live.coaching with hashtag 10-minute challenge. Let's hold each other accountable. Push yourself, do something different, and see what you start to build, what changes in your life when you start to do something with the person you want, as the person you want to become. You don't need to be perfect. All you need to do is just show up for 10 minutes. And this is how your comeback is going to begin. If you like this episode and got something from it, please leave me a rating or a review. Please share it with someone who you think could benefit from hearing this. My mission is just to spread as much positivity in the world and help as many people as possible. Please help me do that by sharing this episode. And if you got something from it, drop me a message. Let me know your biggest takeaway from it at just.live.coaching on Instagram. This is a time where you can start to change your life. This is a time where you can start to master your mindset. And this is a time when you master your mindset, you'll master your life. Thank you.